First day out, we're going to do some shooting as promised. It's getting close to turkey season. We're going to do a little bit of patterning and stuff. I already know what this shotgun pretty much does, but it's a good idea to do it every year regardless. Nothing special, just an 870 20 gauge. This is a 28 incher, and we're going to be using the Primo's Jellyhead Maximum, which is an old one. But we're going to try a couple different cheaper loads here. I got about 5 different loads we're going to try. And we're not going to get crazy. This ain't no science class. 30 yards from the target, I feel like that's about average. That's about the average I'm going to shoot at a turkey. I've shot at them closer and I've shot at them longer. But again, just cheap stuff, right? So we're going to Remington Nitro Turkey. This is like the cheapest stuff ever. Again, it's 20 gauge, and all of these are 3 inch, and they're all 5 shot. So we're going to give that a try, and we'll get at it. First good day we've had. Pretty good weather. We're going to try to beat the rain today. 30 yards, Remington. Alright, let's go look. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like a triple hole. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, over 28 shot just in the head area. You do have more down here, which is, you know, kill. Little bit open, but that does give you a little bit of room. That's not too bad. And again, this ain't like $50 shells either. But I have killed turkeys with these several times over the years. They do the job. Let's go try another one. Alright, next, Winchester Double X. Now there's 2 different Double X loads that I found. They got a Magnum load, which is what this is, and then they got a high velocity load. And the high velocity load is rated at like 15 or something feet per second faster or something. Ain't nothing significant. And again, these are all 5 shot today, and they're all 3 inch. So try the Winchester. Let's go look at that. Okay. .24 I got, and then we got down here, which dig making into the spine, and below, little more pattern on this side than this side. So I've hunted a lot with these shells, and I've killed several birds with this load. I've always had pretty good luck with this load. You know, it ain't like the greatest pattern ever, but it does the job. And I think probably the second longest shot I've ever killed a bird at distance, I believe, was with this shell. And that would have been 40 plus yards with the 20 gauge, which is stretching it for a 20. Let's go try another one. Alright, round 3. Again, Double X Winchesters, and this is the high velocity load, and it's 1200 feet a second rating. It has a little more powder in it. That's essentially what the difference is. But you know, on the target's what matters. You kind of care less what the box says. Alright, let's go look at that one. Alright, let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, Okay, I got over 25 in the head, and then I have below, including spine shot. That's a pretty good looking target to me because I've got wiggle room on each side, which I like. You know, it's cool if you're up close where like you have holes like this in the neck, that's fine, but that will kill the hound out of a bird. And again, you know, this is a paper target. You know, when you're shooting live turkeys, you know, their heads are always on a bob. I like a little bit of wiggle room, so that's a pretty good looking target to me. And again, that's 30 yards, so at that kind of distance, I know that it's going to be a little denser at closer ranges, and a little further out, I've still got some room to play with. So to me, that's a good looking target at 30 yards, and that's about the average that I'm going to shoot as a bird. So we got 2 more left. Let's go see what they'll do. The most expensive we're going to be shooting today is the Longbeard XR Winchesters, and they've evidently changed the box this year. It looks pretty cool, and these are actually slower than the other ones. These are claiming 1,000 feet a second, so we'll see. If you can't tell, I don't like Winchesters. Let's go look at that one. Well, I believe that's the best one yet. That looks pretty good. That's a big wad right there. Man, I'm getting double, triple hose everywhere. That's really good pattern, guys. Again, you got a little bit of wiggle room up even, and it does go down, and I do have a couple spine hits right here. That's good looking pattern right there. I've killed a couple birds with these shells as well, and these shells, I remember when these first come out, they were marketed as, you know, they give you a little extended distance, and they do a pretty good job. Again, they're not the most expensive shell in the world, but that's a pretty good pattern. So we got one more, so let's go see how that one does. All right, last for the day. These are just high brass 2 3/4 6-shot, just your run-of-the-mill hunting load. Now we're also going to be using just the factory full choke. So can a guy on a budget kill a bird just as good as the guy that wants to go buy a $70 to $100 choke and spend 50 bucks on a box of fancy shells? Let's go find out. All right, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 shot in the upper head, and lower I do have a couple spine head as well. A little bit of wiggle room up, down, sides. That, you know, that's not as good a pattern as with the extra full turkey choke and with the actual turkey mags, but that's not bad. So don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't kill a turkey with just a regular high-powered shell and a factory choke. It can be done. I know a couple different people that's killed turkeys with low brass shells at close range, and I didn't bring none out here with me today, but now if you take a clay load, they'll hold a better pattern than anything, just because they have an 8-shot has so many pellets. It'll just pepper the target. It don't have as much oomph, obviously, but they will very easily kill a turkey. There's no doubt about it. So if you don't have the money to spend big money on a turkey setup, you don't have to. You can kill a turkey with probably whatever you got at home. Just make preparations and get out here. You know, this is a good idea, even if you have an idea what your gun's doing. You've used the same gun year after year. It's always a good idea to come out here and do this. And we may or may not beat the rain, but know your gun. Get to know your gun. try different loads, try different chokes. If your gun has choke, if it's an old gun, if it's fixed choke, that's just all the more important. Find the shell that works the best with your gun, because every gun likes different shells. So again, that's dead turkey. So, and that's a factory choke that come with the gun, and that's a $20–$25 box of shells, just high brass, just hunting loads. So get out there and hopefully we'll have a good spring. Hope everybody has good luck, gets out in the woods. Get out there and get your turkey guns patterned in. I guess this will tune me up for the year. And it's a good day. It's like 70 degrees, early March, so that's the best day we've had to get out here. Just barely gonna beat the rain that's blowing in on us, but it's a good day for it. We got out and we made it, so good deal on that. And you know, I kind of went ahead and spent the money on these little turkey targets. I normally don't. I've been known to make my own or copy some, because them things can get kind of high. But you know, it's kind of the old rule of thumb, you know, you set your distances off, whatever maximum you feel comfortable with. And, you know, the old rule of thumb used to be aim kind of for the wattle right here, because it's probably going to throw high. That's, you know, this ain't an instructional video on how to pattern in your turkey gun, but not bad. Shouldn't have no problem killing a bird if you can get one in kill range. So we'll let her go and we'll cut this one off, and y'all have a good one.